Hello, I am Lori Welch Wilson. I am the 2019 Alamance Community College Distinguished Alumni recipient. Annually, ACC calls for nominations of outstanding ACC alumni who have distinguished themselves in their career field. A selection committee made up of ACC alumni, trustees, ACC Foundation board members, and ACC administrators evaluates the nominees to determine the annual Distinguished Alumni or Alumnus and Inspiration Award recipient. Here are the 2020 Alumni or Alumnus nominees. Heather Atkins, Computer Information Technology, 1998. Currently, Network Administrator, Engineer Controls. Belinda Barrett, AAS degree, Biotechnology, 1993. Currently, Biotechnology and Developmental Biology Manager, Carolina Biological Supply Company. Kelly DeRee, AAS degree, Welding, 2012. Currently, Research and Development Coordinator, AKG. Amy Franklin, Nursing, 1994. Currently, Director of Nursing, Twin Lakes Community Memory Care. Reagan Garal, Business Administration, 2009. Currently, Vice President, Alamance County Chamber of Commerce. Jonathan Hernandez Marquez, Business Administration, 2002. Currently, CFO, Northwood Animal Hospital. Emily Odell, Accounting Certificates, 2016. Currently, Human Resources Manager, Elevate Textiles. Shannon Pointer, Nursing, 2000. VP, Hospice and Palliative Care, Association of Home and Hospice Care. Benjamin Roney, Horticulture, 2009. Currently, owner, Iscapes Landscaping. Rolanda Stanfield, Early Childhood Education, 1989. Currently, Early Intervention Service Coordinator, Children's Developmental Services Agency of North Carolina. Brian Woodard, Associate in Arts, 2007. Currently, Assistant Director of Admissions and C-STEP Program, UNC Chapel Hill. Congratulations to these outstanding ACC alumni and alumnus for being nominated. The Alamance Community College Inspiration Award is only awarded when the selection committee determines that one of the nominees' path to and from ACC demonstrates an inspiring story of how ACC has shaped that person. The 2020 selection committee did find that inspirational story in Benjamin Roney.
I came to ACC back in 07. Graduated from high school in 07, started ACC that fall. I knew that I wanted to do landscaping. This is something I've always enjoyed, done since I was little, and went to ACC, just because I knew it was local. I could stay at, still be at home, still be close to my family. 'Cause at that time, I didn't have any, the thought of going to a big four-year college, a big university, just was intimidating to me. And plus, I also knew that I needed to work, and so I was able to still be able to go to school, still have a part-time job, and so that was my biggest reason of going to ACC, of all the benefits for me personally.
So Ben came to ACC looking to grow in horticulture. Ben was a student, a young student right out of high school, who really didn't necessarily, I don't think, see school as something he was super excited about initially, but saw that it was a way to gain knowledge and skills in the job that he already had and already loved. So with that, Ben came to us, already working full-time in the industry, growing in this field, but really needed that refinement of additional skills and classes and knowledge to take him to that next level. Through that process, you could see that Ben really jumped in and dove into what school could be and what education could be and what we could provide him. So one of the additional things that I really believe in for our students is that education is not just what you learn in the classroom. Education is the extracurricular opportunities that you have. It's the ability for you to give back through some community service. And Ben really bought into those ideas as well. So Ben was a student that got involved in our Planet Student Career Days. That event allows our students to go and travel and compete against other community colleges and universities across the country.
I did the full 2-year court program at ACC, and the first year, we were there and kept hearing about this thing called Planet and Student Career Days, and I signed up, went with my classmates, went to Georgia, didn't know what to expect, did a few events, don't even remember now how I did, but it got me excited. At this, the second year, started talking about going back, and we were going. It was in California at that year, and so went to the Student Career Days, which is there was, I think at the time that year there was over 1,000 students that were competing with colleges and universities all throughout the U.S.
In those events, Ben finished 5th in our compact excavator event, finished 5th in skid steer, but also led a team that finished 1st in the nation in landscape plan installation. So Ben was really in that event. It's a 3-person team. Ben was the leader of that team and really was able to pull those 2 other students together to form a team that within an hour and a half installed a landscape that through the judging beat 50 other colleges and universities across the country. So that was one of the first times that we had ever won an individual event, so that was a huge success just in itself. But that combined with his other events, Ben finished 2nd in the nation. So over 850 students compete in this event every year. And for the first time ever with Ben, we finished in the top 3. Ben finished 2nd place, just a few points out of 1st place. Really allowed ACC to put their name on the map nationally with Ben's success. Allowed Ben to kind of stick out his chest again and show the skills that he learned at work and at school, and how they combined together to really create someone that was competitive with folks from all over the country.
Which I was just shocked. I was in disbelief, just speechless, couldn't believe it. But really embraced it, and just it really helped build my confidence. Doing something I didn't even think was possible, and knowing that if it hadn't been for ACC, I would have never had the opportunity. One, never had the gain the knowledge or the experience. So it really boosted my confidence, and just came back and finished out the semester and graduated.
Ben is one of those folks that would be employable with any landscape company, in the state, any landscape company in the nation, and could step in and make an impact. But Ben had a decision to make, and looking back at what he wanted to do, even from day one of the things Ben said was he wanted to own his own company. So with the change in his current job, allowed him to really realize that dream. And I think that Ben's a great example for a student that has that goal to come to ACC to create a future for them. Really a key component to that is taking advantage of every opportunity that you have in school, but also taking advantage of those opportunities at work and continuing to refine your skills.
ACC helped me get to where I'm at, and I currently, own my own business. Been in business for going on 4 years now. It just helped me, just a lot of the things that you can't learn by getting your hands dirty. ACC helped fill the gaps in that aspect of the management, the estimating, even I still remember classes, in class learning about legal issues and, things sitting there at the time I didn't think I would really learn. I didn't see myself where I'm at. So I learned all that stuff in ACC. Never really thought I'd use it, but now I use it every day.
He could have went out and been successful right out the gate with his own company, but I feel like he was smart. He went and learned the skills from someone else. he made the mistakes. He had the successes, and all those mistakes and successes are all what makes Ben successful as a company owner today.
The Distinguished Alumni Award is the highest award given by the college. It is given to the alumnus or the alumna who has achieved exceptional success. That individual's success must correlate to the education they received at ACC, and the individual must have demonstrated significant community service, including leadership roles. A framed portrait will hang at the college amongst the other 20 winners outside the ACC boardroom in the Wallace G building. It is now my honor to reveal the 2020 Alamance Community College Distinguished Alumna, Amy Franklin.
I've always had a love for nursing. My grandmother and my mother groomed me young to be a nurse. Since I was about 8 years old, I always knew I wanted to be a nurse. Was fortunate to have a great high school health occupations teacher that kind of got me interested in what my next step into life would be. So I started out as a CNA originally with her, and through that is kind of how I got linked to the community college. So it was just natural. I lived within 2 miles of the community college, so it was my natural step. And once I started at the community college, I loved it there. I had wonderful instructors.
Amy and I met in middle school way back many moons ago, and we became really close friends at that time. And our friendship lasted throughout high school as well. We took many classes together. Amy is a graduate of ACC in the nursing program here, and Amy recently confided in me that she truly found her passion for nursing here when she did one of her rotations in the geriatrics unit. And so that's what led her to becoming the director of nursing in a memory care center. And so I think that has carried well with her throughout her entire career, because that's basically where she has worked most of her career.
I didn't really know which part of nursing I wanted to go in. Originally, I thought I wanted to be a labor and delivery nurse. I think lots of us think that. Then I moved to peds, and then when we came to the skilled nursing portion, I really got in there and realized the relationships that you could build with the patients there. Instead of being in and out at the hospital, they're so there for a few days and then they're gone. In long-term care, you really get to build that relationship and really get to know that person and the history that they bring with them. Once I got into it, I realized that I really loved working with the geriatric population. And a lot of people often ask me, what would make you decide to go into that? Doesn't it depress you working in a nursing home? But I just had a joy for working with the elderly, learning what their stories were, what their background is, and learning who they were and taking care of them throughout their life. And Alamance Community College gave me that opportunity.
We're so lucky to have Amy at Twin Lakes. She sets the example and really raises the bar for everyone here. She does it as a friend, as a compassionate nurse, as a leader among our staff supervisors. And those are all nice words to use, but Amy really models the kinds of behaviors that any of us would want, whether it's in a boss or in somebody who reports to us or in somebody who takes care of us. Amy will roll up her sleeves and take on the responsibilities of a nursing assistant. If that's what's called for, she'll fill in for a nurse. She takes calls nights and weekends from her staff. Families of the residents who are whose care Amy is charged with will reach out to her, and her knowledge of their individual loved ones' circumstances is so sharp and so detailed that one might think they are the only person in her care, and yet she juggles all of that and still is able to to bring that individuality to each relationship that she has.
One of the other things about Amy that I find remarkable is that she works closely with ACC to provide clinical experiences for the students in the nurse aid department. We bring our students there throughout the entire year, spring, summer, fall. She's always ready and willing to have students come in and do their clinical experiences and work in geriatrics, and we're so grateful for that. She provides any and all experiences that you can possibly think of. She'll even come in and volunteer with the students. She talks to the students. She makes them feel comfortable and really provides a lot of guidance for them during that time.
The students are a real joy. They're like a sponge. They come in excited about learning, and they really energize our residents. Our residents love seeing the young people. Some of them are very young, some are not as young, but they love having that one-on-one attention that they bring. They're always professional, always neatly dressed, and they really bring life into our facility from the outside. It's a great way to hire new students. You automatically get to see what their work ethic is, how well they take direction just by sitting back and observing the students, talking to the students, and it's been a real joy for us. We've hired, gosh, I would probably say 15 to 20 of the students from the community college, and most of them are still here. Several of the students are working on their nursing, getting their nursing license.
We have countless students who have attended Alamance Community College. Amy, of course, is one of them. She, in turn, is sharing her skill and her knowledge with students at Alamance Community College. Twin Lakes benefits, and we are also proud to be a place that Alamance Community College wants to send its students for clinicals.
One of the other things I'd like to say about Amy is that she's very involved in the community. She serves as a member of our advisory board here at ACC, and she helps us with our technical standards every year. Amy is also very active with a group called HESED, which is an organization that works with they work with adults who have developmental disabilities. She's not only the lead nurse for the camp there in the summer, but she also does a lot of other activities with them and stays very involved.
I'm really proud of the fact that I could serve as maybe an example for someone else that's from a small community, that if you get out there and you work hard, that you can accomplish great things. I have a love for geriatric population. I enjoy volunteering with the developmentally disabled adults, and overall I'm just really thrilled and honored to have won this award.
Congratulations again to all the nominees, Benjamin and Amy. It is with such regret that we could not hold the 2020 ACC Celebration of Excellence event this year. We hope this presentation recognizes and honors this year's Alumni Award and nominees and recipients.